So the potential for this to be an amazing agency for you, or a great side hustle, or maybe you just want to make $2,000 to $5,000 a month, whatever your goal is, this is the blue ocean right now, because nobody can do it on Instagram until right now. Anybody over 100,000 followers can't use it until probably Q3. So you can actually learn this stuff early, which is why I'm hosting Bots in Business Live, January 30th and 31st in Nashville. What's up guys, Travis Stevenson here, and I've decided to do something a little bit different, something that I think is gonna help more of you than if I just did tutorial videos, or if I just did like explainers, or necessarily over the shoulders, right? I'm gonna take you guys on a little bit of a journey with me, and I wanna explain where we're at now, where I plan to go. So in about a month and a half, a little bit less than a month and a half, I'm hosting an event in Nashville. If you guys want details on that, make sure you look below. But I'm hosting an event in Nashville to show people how to go from zero to a $10,000 a month digital agency using a brand new technique called Instagram DM automations. It's something that's brand new. It's only been out for about 2 weeks. I decided to challenge myself and go from no agency clients with this particular function, because it didn't exist, right? I'm gonna go from no clients, no background, no nothing. Same exact starting point as everybody who's watching this video. And at the event, I'm gonna be showing everybody the exact steps I take to get to over a $10,000 a month agency. So let me just break it down for you real fast. You're gonna be seeing more videos like this, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to get the sort of diary, the log, if you will, as we go through this, what we're putting into it, what I'm doing. We'll show you guys some behind the scenes clips of some of the calls that I'm on, things like that. So anytime you're starting a business, if you have a goal in mind, let's say it's $10,000 a month, which is great. I think that's sort of the go-to. It's a nice round 6 figures a year. You're probably keeping maybe about 80,000 of that after taxes. Thanks, America. But $80,000 a year in actual take home is phenomenal. So I think 10,000 is a nice round number that everybody sort of shoots for. In order to get that, you would need, in my opinion, if you're starting from scratch, which is what I'm trying to represent in these videos, you're gonna need 10 clients. Now, I'll be honest, when you get to the level that I'm at as far as knowledge, experience, and abilities to do things, I'm gonna charge probably more like 2,000 to 3,000 for the most part. But to build to 10,000, which is the goal for this little campaign I'm doing, I'm gonna charge 1,000, which is what I would suggest everybody else do. So $1,000 a month, all I need is 10 clients. And here's what's brilliant about what I'm gonna be offering now. So Instagram DM automation allows you to take people who comment on your posts on Instagram and DM them a sequence where they can become a subscriber. You can give them more information about your products. You can link to other stuff. It's kind of putting your brand in control of people who comment on your posts, which is amazing. And then you can also automate full sequences when somebody DMs your brand. So if you're an e-commerce store and somebody messages you and says, hey, I'm looking for information about shoes, you could have a system set up using Chatmatic that says, anytime somebody says the word shoes, send this message. Now you're automating everything from customer support to sales. You can sell way more if you are using DMs, and now you can actually automate that. So what I wanna do is I wanna offer that to brands. And here's the really amazing potential. There's 1.2 billion people on Instagram. Of them, about 10% have more than 10,000 followers, which tells me that they're trying to make a business out of this. So that's 120 million businesses that could qualify to use my service, right? They don't have time to learn all the DM automations. They don't have time to learn what they can send. They don't have time to learn how to integrate their autoresponders and all that crazy stuff. So we get to do that for them. And for $1,000 a month, it's less than a full-time employee, but it only takes us like 15, 20 minutes because we have software behind the scenes. So what I wanna do is I wanna start kind of like, I guess, diary my process. I wanna start like showing you guys a little bit about what goes into the day-to-day, because I think if the only thing I do is show you, hey, I run a $10,000 a month agency, it doesn't feel fair. So I wanted to make it fair by showing you I am starting from scratch. So a little quick explanation of what I'm actually doing right now is I've started reaching out to potential clients. I wanted to make this particular video because I wanted to show you the sort of a little bit of the inside of the starting process, because one of the biggest things that people make the mistake of is, okay, I wanna run an agency. Travis, I love this idea, $10,000 a month, working with 10 clients. I love it, sounds great. Okay, you wanna start. Where do you start? right? Oh, everybody thinks I need to know everything about all this stuff, and I got to have all these things, and I got to get the right software tools, and you think you have to do all this stuff for the foundation. That's not true. Actually, what you really need is the information that you can provide to the user, right? So if I've got a client that I want to work with, I just need to know, how is my service going to benefit that person? If I can do that and I can get that message across to these people, then I'm going to get clients. Even if I don't have access to the software, even if I don't have anything, that I can actually do right now. So here's a great example. As of this moment, I cannot provide Instagram DM automation services because we don't have it in Chatmatic yet. I'm building it. We are 22 days into the month of June, so I'm 22 days into my 60-day little challenge to build an agency, and this is kind of where I'm at, right? I don't have the functionality yet, but I've got a little bit of wiggle room because Facebook only allows brands that have 10,000 to 100,000 followers to use these functions. So what I've been doing is kind of going after brands that are about 140 to 180,000 or more, because they can't use it with anyone right now. So I'm gonna let them know that these things are possible and that we can actually provide these services, but that it's not ready yet. Facebook's gonna release it soon, so I get a little bit of a get out of jail free card, if you will. Now I've got a couple of people in my pipeline, and I keep looking down here because this is my list of some of the people that we're bringing on for clients, and or that I actually have phone calls with. And what I'm actually doing right now is I'm trying to, and this is super important, so I want you guys to understand this, without being able to provide the service yet, I am trying to build the relationship, because I want you guys to think about this. If I start reaching out to people now, and then I get on a call with them, and I say, look, this isn't possible for you and your clients yet, you and your brand yet, but it's coming, and I want to set this up. Now, let's say I'm mid-June, right? That gets me till July and August, when it's most likely going to be available for everyone, August, September. So let's say we get into September. Now we've got a 3-4 month long relationship where I haven't asked them for money. They know who I am. They've already responded to a couple of emails. We've had a call. They knew this was going to be kind of moving soon. So the percolation, if you will, has actually taken place. I don't have to just run in and be like, hey, give me your money. I want to offer you this service. Build the relationship. I'm a big advocate of the idea that if you can start talking to people about your idea now, you can start explaining your idea now, you can start having calls with them, and forcefully postponing the action, it gives you a much higher likelihood of them actually answering when you call, answering when you email, because there's a relationship there. So what I'm actually doing is, to get my agency started right now, is the bare minimum. I'm not doing any cold email, I'm not doing any cold calling, I'm not doing any of that. I am manually outreaching to people on Instagram that I follow. And I'm gonna be teaching this method, exactly what I say, who I reach out to, when I reach out to them, because timing is insanely important. I'm gonna show you guys examples of what I said and how I got a phone call with one of the biggest agents in the space that I wanted to go into that represents 10, 15, 20 clients. That would be massive for me. That right there, that one relationship, could be a $20,000 a month agency in getting 20 clients pay $1,000 a month. You might be asking, Travis, what are you gonna do for them that's gonna be worth $1,000 a month? Well, here's one simple idea. One of the clients that we're gonna be talking to has a small, but she wants to grow it, fashion brand, fitness fashion brand. She has over 1 million followers, but her fashion brand has about 6,000. So what I could do is say, hey, let's make a post. Anytime somebody comments on the post, we'll send them a message that says, hey, make sure you go follow my other brand, right? Maybe it collects their email, which we can pre-populate in Instagram DM. You'll learn that at my event. Again, make sure you're looking at your tickets, because right now, for instance, we have early bird. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this event, but we have live and we have live stream tickets. So even if you're in Europe, Australia, potentially prison even, you can actually watch this. So this particular brand, I could actually say, look, once a week, do a post, we'll send people over to your fashion brand and we'll get you new clients. That simple, literally that simple. It's gonna be worth over $1,000 a month, because to grow an Instagram brand for $1,000 a month is insanely cheap. But we can also grow her email list, her SMS list. We can show other content in the messenger system itself. So that's gonna be awesome. What we are doing for these clients is very simple. But again, that's $1,000. I'm gonna be going up to a $3,000 to $5,000 tier if we're gonna be running ads for people and doing things like that. But to start off, $1,000 a month. Remember, there's over a million Shopify brands. And there's over 120 million people on Instagram, over 10,000 subscribers, meaning they're trying to make a business out of Instagram. So the potential for this to be an amazing agency for you, or a great side hustle, or maybe you just want to make $2,000 to $5,000 a month, whatever your goal is, this is the blue ocean right now, because nobody can do it on Instagram until right now. Anybody over 100,000 followers can't use it until probably Q3. So you can actually learn this stuff early, which is why I'm hosting Bots in Business Live January 30th and 31st in Nashville. We're gonna bring about 100 people into Nashville and show them exactly what we're doing in this process. I'm gonna give you guys my cold email strategies. I'm gonna give you guys my sales technique. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what to provide. I'm gonna give you guys templates. We're gonna give you guys software that you can actually automate this entire process for. So literally when you leave the event, you're gonna know, man, this is an easy win for me. You might even have clients by the end of it if you start doing some of the things that we are gonna teach you to do. We're gonna have breakout sessions to help you guys. So I don't care what your background is. If you want to start something and you wanna say, maybe it's time to put the other crazy stuff behind you, make sure you check out our event. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Make sure that you subscribe and like this video, because I've got more coming out. Like right here on this little list is a list of potential phone calls that I've got coming up. Or people that I've already had phone calls with. I'm gonna be adding them into my CRM. And again, at the actual event, we're gonna be going through what CRM I use, how I use my CRM, what services I'm providing, how I do it. Definitely something to pay attention to. But I wanna take you guys here through the journey with me so that we can actually talk about, when do I sign my first client? When do I actually get a result for that client? What kind of results we're gonna get, and how I'm bringing these people in. All of it, we're gonna try to uncover the surface of it so that you guys know this is repeatable. This is stuff that anybody can do. I'm using a yellow pad and a pen and one piece of software. So I know this is something that you guys can all do. Please make sure you guys subscribe. Share this with anybody that you think might wanna follow along with this journey. And I'll see you guys in the next one.